What's up, guys? Welcome back to the shop and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be installing some new graphics on my KFX 50. Graphics finally came in the mail and they are from Singe Graphics. I ordered them from Amazon. I went with my last name and 777 for the kids in our family to ride around with their family name. So to install the Singe graphics, they say to get a bottle or a quart of water, warm water, add a little bit of alcohol to it, add half a teaspoon of dish soap to it to be able to let the graphics slide. The alcohol lets it evaporate faster. Anyways, so you spray the back of the vinyl graphic, you spray the spot on your plastic, you kind of slide it into place. Basically from there you'll be squeegeeing left and right to work out any excess water. Then by the time you get it halfway dry is when you start heating it. You heat it up to where it starts getting sticky and it stays in place. Once it doesn't move, I'd say you're set. Always try to work out your air bubbles, work it to the side, work it out. Worst case scenario on something like this, on an air bubble that you absolutely can't get out, you can always make a little slit with a knife, push the air out, and then heat it back up, let it lay flat. And then at the end, they say allow 24 hours for your vinyl graphics to set up. So we're gonna be leaving it here tonight. You know, a lot of people say you can't polish a turd. Well, I'm living proof that my wife does that almost every day. No, but seriously, this thing, it might be a little bit old, it might be a little bit scuffed up, but it's got a lot of fun left in it. Machine from 2007, technically that's, you know, newer than me and a little bit older than my children, but to me this is like brand new compared to some of my stuff. So anyways, I'm just trying to make this thing fit the part a little bit more. My boys love racing around, they love having fun, and anything that's done up like a race car or something that's in a race, something that can compete, oh man, boy do they love it. And I love it too. I love seeing this thing pimped out. I think it's really cool dressing it up, making it look like a big four-wheeler, decking it out a little bit. I used to do this similar thing with my BMX bike. I rode lots of BMX, and I was always a kid that was asking my mom for new parts or new tires or new you know, red chain or something like that. Something just, you know, to ball my bike out a little bit. So I never really grew out of that, and I did it to my cars and I did it to my trucks, and I was always trying to make them look fancy and this and that, like a race car or something. Not my truck obviously, but my Subaru, you know, I made up to look like a rally car kinda, and had some sponsorship logos along the bottom and stuff, and I thought that was really cool, and for the time being it was really cool. And now if I had it, it'd probably still be really cool, but it'd be broken down on the driveway. I actually saw my Subaru for sale the other day on Facebook Marketplace for $1,800, and I was like, damn, I should buy that and LS swap it. My wife hit me across the back of the head, so that's a no. But the four-wheeler and the graphics are a go. I I get really impatient. I just want to install these graphics like they're a bunch of small stickers and just go about my way and have it done in 15 or 20 minutes. But really, it is a couple-hour process. Using the liquid is a must, almost. I'm not very good at placement, so my graphics would suck if I couldn't slide them around. If I just had one shot and that was it, like Eminem, I would have fucked it all up. But for me, since I have no patience, I am forced to inherit some from everybody else here. Instead of beating this thing with a hammer like I just was, even though I was fixing it, I gain patience by doing small projects like this, and it helps me out in the long run. Hopefully some patience with some other projects here coming up soon. Maybe, maybe. Welcome back, YouTube. Another day, same project for some reason, never get stuff done. Last night I stayed late, I got the graphics done. They turned out really good, I think. Today I'm just gonna paint a few parts. I've actually already got them painted and I'm just waiting on the paint to dry. So while we wait on the paint to dry, we're actually going to attach a toolbox, weld a couple pieces of angle iron, but attach a toolbox onto my little 5x8 trailer. It's a small rinky-dink trailer. Like I said, we're going to cut and weld and then paint on the trailer, and then we'll screw some holes for the toolbox. Here's my little trailer. I put some sides on it because the little metal sides were like 8 inches tall. I'm going to attach some bars, and then I'm going to mount that toolbox. Basically, the toolbox will hold ratchet straps, bungee cords, and other things like that. And this is what I came up with on the trailer tongue. Unfortunately, the bar that comes out is lower than the angle iron that comes down, so I had to weld to the bottom edge of it. And I don't think that that's bad. Like I said, it's not for a step, it's not for anything like that. It's really just for a toolbox, ratchet straps, bungee cords. Once this primer paint settles and dries, I will coat it with some black and I'll start mounting the toolbox. So I got the primer done and I got the black paint done. This is the second coat. I used Rust-Oleum truck bed liner coating. It's kind of a gritty paint. Not that, like I said, I'm going to be stepping on there, but a little texture doesn't hurt. Plus it's what we had laying around the shop, so worked good enough for me. Next is to mount the toolbox. We got the box all attached to the trailer, finally. Opens real nice. Just enough gap there. Has to be that far to open. But I thought that turned out really nice. Give me a good place to store some stuff. And now what you've all been waiting for. thank you for tuning in, and thank you for subscribing. If you do, if you don't, do it. Just do it!
Yeah.